Greetings, friends. In this PowerPoint, what we're going to do is take a look at the movie Casablanca and apply to it some of the principles that we've outlined in our study of emotions. Take a look at emotions constructs and use this movie as a way to illustrate some of those. We're going to use Casablanca for a lot of reasons. One, it's probably without question my most favorite movie of all time. I embarrassed to say that I probably have seen it dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times, and it never grows old to me. It's been voted in various polls as either the greatest or among the greatest films of all time. It has everything. It has great plot, great themes, most memorable lines, and of course, superb acting. It deals with friendship and loyalty, living for a cause, betrayal, and most of all, it deals with the meaning of love. And for any of you out there who are hopeless romantics, who are stirred by people who care deeply about each other and about things, about causes, this is an absolutely remarkable movie. And so what I want to do is spend just a very few minutes setting the scene for this one scene that we're going to take a look at. And the best way to do that would be to play some clips from the movie. Fortunately for us, YouTube will allow us to show various brief clips of it. And so what I'll do is show, I think I have four of them that will set the scene up for us. You can obviously go on Google and or go on YouTube and look at these and more if you'd like when you have your time. I would highly recommend that at some point in time in your life, if you haven't already, rent Casablanca, show it up on the biggest screen possible, and just thoroughly enjoy it. It's in black and white, but the photography is absolutely stunning. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed by it. So what I'll do is play the past the opening credits, play the introduction to the movie, and then some of the scenes that will give you a sense of the characters in the film.
With the coming of the Second World War, many eyes in imprisoned Europe turned hopefully or desperately toward the freedom of the Americas. Lisbon became the great embarkation point, but not everybody could get to Lisbon directly, and so a tortuous roundabout refugee trail sprang up. Paris to Marseille, across the Mediterranean to Oran, then by train or auto or foot across the rim of Africa to Casablanca in French Morocco. Here the fortunate ones, through money or influence or luck, might obtain exit visas and scurry to Lisbon, and from Lisbon to the New World. But the others wait in Casablanca, and wait, and wait, and wait.
So you get the idea. In North Africa, people who are fleeing, people who are fleeing the Nazis are congregating in Morocco, and there's soon some Nazis will arrive. Nazi officers will arrive and begin to scout out the town, looking for people who might be a part of the resistance, because they anticipate soon becoming invaders to this part of Africa. So who do they come upon? Well, one of the featured actors in the movie is Humphrey Bogart, who plays the part of Rick Bain. He's a saloon owner. Oh, how would you describe him? He's a loner. He's aloof. He's a bit of a cynic, but he has been involved in noble causes in the past. But because, as we will see, his of a failed relationship with Ilsa, the character we'll introduce next, he kind of retreats into his own skin and is very unapproachable and very much to himself. Here's a very short scene that gives you a little idea of his character and how he handles life. The woman on the left is an employee of the saloon. You'll see her later in the famous Les Marseilles scene. But she also has been involved with Rick and wants to know where he's been. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Notice the lines that he uses to describe the way that he lives.
Where were you last night?
That's so long ago, I don't remember.
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead.
So, where were you last night? It's been so long ago, can't remember. Do you make plans? Where are you going to be tonight? Never make plans that far in advance. You get the idea. Very kind of cavalier, devil-may-care, somewhat of a cynic. So, Ilsa is a former love interest of Rick's. He's the woman who broke Rick's heart, and because of that, like I said, Rick is retreated into his own skin. But she was involved with this next gentleman, Victor Laszlo. Before she met Rick, they had a brief affair, and then she went back to Victor and left Rick with a broken heart. The gentleman who's the feature part of the clip we're going to show is Victor Laszlo. Courageous, principled, he's married to Ilsa, and he's one of the leaders of the various resistance movements in World War II. So again, let me set the scene. It's in Casablanca, North Africa. There's all kinds of people who are fleeing the Nazis, who, waiting for ways to get out. Visas or traveling plans need to be made, and so on. So the town is on edge as these Nazis come and begin to make their presence known. It's dangerous to be a part of the resistance. It's dangerous to be known, to be a sympathizer. And so anybody who identifies themselves as such is putting themselves at great risk. So what I want you to notice in the film, and we'll watch it a couple times because there's so much going on. What I want you to notice is the scene that's being set up. You'll hear at the very beginning of it, a very rousing German patriotic song being sung in the bar by the Nazi officers. And then you'll see what Victor Laszlo does in response to that. And just know that it takes an incredible amount of courage to do what he does. So I want you to notice what he does and the response that it evokes in the bar, but then pay special attention to Ilsa's face and how she responds to what her husband does in front of this crowd. So you can see that lot going on in that scene. And it will take us the next video to be able to start to unpack that. But what we want to take a particular look at is the relationship between Victor Laszlo and Ilsa Lund, and what that scene evokes in her, and what kind of a person he is to be able to evoke that reaction in her. So this ends the first part of our look at Casablanca. The next one we'll take another look at this scene and also begin to unpack the emotion that's going on between Ilsa and Victor Laszlo.